showing this is already taught to you. Why I'm showing this to you again? Because I want you to understand the concept of dotted line now. See now, this is the vertical plane, this is the horizontal plane, and we can see that the object is a square prism. Object is a square prism, and the square prism is resting on the HP, is resting on the HP. So you can see these are the four base edges. These are the four base edges, and it is resting on the HP. And at the same time, it is parallel to VP. You can see it is parallel to VP. So where is the observer? Observer is generally here. Observer is here. So when observer watches this, views this object, the view is obtained on the vertical plane, which is a rectangle like this. Can you see this rectangle? This is the rectangle. You can see the movement of the cursor. This is the rectangle which is obtained on the vertical plane. So this is the rectangle which is drawn here. Okay. And what is the top view? When you view this from the top, you get a rectangle like this, which is drawn here on this plane, which is drawn on this plane like this. And this is drawn here in the top view. So this is front view, this is top view. Now what is done in the second condition? In the second condition, the object is inclined to the HP. You can see this is the prism which is inclined to HP. You can see it is inclined now. And now since it is inclined, the front view which was rectangle, the front view also gets inclined. See, this is the front view which is inclined, which is obtained on the vertical plane. Is inclined. So you can see this is inclined. And this is inclined keeping something on the HP. Something on the HP is, what is this something? This is base edge. You can see this edge is on the HP. So this edge here is on the HP. Rest HP, how will you understand it is on the HP? It is resting on the XY line. So it is resting or touching the XY line. So it is on the HP. And then since it is inclined, you have to see the top view also. So when you see it from the top, this will be seen inclined like this. And its top view will be obtained like this. You can see it is obtained on the horizontal plane and it is obtained like this. Now when you see the top view, see this will not be inclined, this will not have any dotted line, this and this will not have any dotted line. So number 1, number 2, number 3 will not have any dotted line, this will have dotted line. Now understand the concept of dotted line here once again. When you are watching this object from the top, see from here, you can mark the movement of the cursor. You are watching it from here, top view. So when you watch this object or see this object from the here, this plane, or I can say this is the edge, base edge. So a face which is formed by the base edge. What are the base edges? 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash. So where is this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. This surface is visible. You can understand now it in 3D. It is visible. And I told you, when you look it from here in this object, here also you can see it is visible. Where? See this. You can see this point. So this complete face is visible. This is visible. So it is drawn by a continuous line. Okay. Coming to this bottom face of the formed by the edge. Now you can see when you are viewing it from the top, this is the surface which is coming above this surface, above the base surface. So this base is hidden now. So the entire base is hidden. You can visualize it now. Since I have shown you to 3D view, you can visualize that the base is hidden. So you can see this line, this edge is visible. Then what about this edge? This comes on this point. Okay, so actually this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 lines. Out of which this top line and bottom line, it is not in one line. Sorry. This top line, this one, and bottom line is not in one line. You can see it is not in one line. Here also you can see it is not in, one is here and one is here. It is not in one line. Okay, and this is visible, this is not visible, this is dotted. You can see this is not visible. If you see this from the top, here, this line does not allow to see this point. This point मतलब ये जो पूरा edge form हुआ है यहाँ पे. See this one. If I draw it like this, three-dimensional, it will become like this. Okay, same thing I have drawn here, three-dimensional. So this edge is not visible. This edge is not visible. Why? Because this surface is coming. This surface is coming. Now, since this is 2D, I have made it 3D now. This is 2D. You cannot see that, but you can understand it from the 2D. You can understand it from the 2D. How will you understand? In order to understand it, what you will do? You will view this from the top. So since this point is coming below this line, so it is completely hidden, so cannot be seen. That's why this edge is the dotted edge. Now you must be thinking this edge is also dotted. See this edge, this is also dotted. Yes, this is also dotted, but this is dotted, and on this is continuous edge, a continuous line. So if you draw dotted line and over it, if you draw continuous line, what will happen? You will see a continuous line. That's why this is clearly seen. Same with the case with this. I hope this is once again clear to all of you. I have explained it again in a different way. Still, if you have any doubt, you can ask me.
No, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay, good. Now this is resting on what? Resting on his base edge. Okay, so every time I told you that every time we will not be drawing this. From this only we have to understand. So base edge मतलब कितना point होना चाहिए? There should be 2 points to form a edge. So here how many points we should have? 2 points. So you can see A dash, B dash are 2 points. Okay, but if it is corner, say, is this the square one? Yes, same thing. Now if it is resting on corner on the HP, same thing. What is done? This is rotated, and instead of base on the HP, the corner is now coming on the HP, and then it is rotated like this. You can see. Now since the corner is coming on the HP, we will have to draw it like this. So top view will be seen like this. When you draw top view like this, and so then here you will get how many points? Only 1 point. You can see only 1 point A, or you can say 1 or A, only 1 point. Then only it will be resting on its corner here. See, it is resting on corner on HP. I can say resting on corner on HP. How will I come to know? Okay, corner. So it should be how many points? 1 point. Come back to this. Resting on HP. H बनने के लिए कितना point चाहिए? We need 2 points. So what is here? We have 2 points, A dash, B dash. So A dash, B dash, come see here, A dash, B dash. See here, A dash, B dash, or AB. So you can see the difference now. If it is resting on its base edge on HP, we will draw it like this. But if it is resting on its corner on the base edge, we will draw it like this. We'll draw it like this. Now when you view it from the front, in this case, when you view it from the front, you will see this complete rectangle. एक ही rectangle दिखेगा, बाकी का पूरा इसके पीछे hide हो जाएगा. Okay, so this face and the behind face which is behind, that will coincide, or that will hide behind this. So you will see only one rectangle. Here it's not the issue. Here what you will see? You will see this line, four wala. See this line. You will see this line, and when you are watching it from here like this, when you are watching it from here, that time this portion will also form a rectangle, which is drawn here, and similarly this portion 4 3 4 3, and what is this 4 3, there is another point 3 4. Okay, 3 dash 4 dash, like this. So this surface is also forming a rectangle which is drawn here. Okay, so you can understand from here. See, watching it from here means you are watching it from here. So this is forming one rectangle which is drawn here. This is forming another rectangle which is drawn here, and this is the edge which is drawn here, like this. Okay, now it is inclined. It is inclined such that it is resting on its corner on the HP. So since it is resting on the corner on the HP, it will be drawn like this. Now it is inclined. Now about this view, this is very easy. This is the most easiest view of all these three. because here you have to use some brain to draw. If this is wrong, this will be wrong, then anything will be wrong. Okay. So when you come to this, just have to rotate it like this. After drawing this, then you have to draw this. So you can see this face. See, this face is clearly visible. How will I come to know? See, I will see from here. I will see from here. Can I see point 1? Yes. Is there any obstruction like this? No, there is no obstruction like this. I can clearly see this point. So this point 1 is seen. Can I clearly see this point 2 and 4? Yes, 2 and 4 can be clearly seen. What about 3? 3 is clearly seen. So this entire face is clearly seen. Then you can see the same thing here. Same thing is shown here. Actually, this is now mixed front view, top view, and the actual view. But this face, I will show you here. Where is it? It is here. This face. This is the face. Okay, which you can clearly see from the which you can clearly see from the top. This face. So this is continuous. So anyway, this line and this line would have been drawn. This line and this line would have been drawn continuous only. Issue was only of this line, this one and this one, because these are outside lines, outside, and outside lines will always be continuous. Issue was only with this line, and that also we have identified that this is also continuous. This is also continuous, and this one is also continuous. Now come to the bottom surface, bottom of this. First we understand here. Now if you see this, if you are viewing it from the top like this, only one point is visible, C dash. So this is visible, C dash. Is this point A visible? No, A is not visible because this line is coming when you are viewing it from the top. A is not visible. So this point is not visible. This is not visible. Now since this point is not visible, since this point is not visible, the lines passing through this point, always there will be three lines passing from any corner. Always there will be three lines passing from any corner. You can see this corner. I will show it to you here. See this corner. 1, 2, 3. Think about this corner. 1, 2, 3. Think about this corner. 1, 2, 3. So whichever prism it is, always there will be three lines passing through the corner. So all the three lines will be invisible. You understand that? Whenever this point is not visible, means all the three lines passing through this point, 1, 2, and 3 will be dotted. Always remember this. 1, 2, 3 will be dotted. Out of which this is drawn dotted. This is drawn dotted. Now come to this point C. This has to be. This is the outer edge. So this has to be the continuous. This has to be continuous. Also. Uh, you can see point C. Since point C is seen, all three lines passing through point C will be visible. So see this line, pay attention, this line passing through C, this line passing through C, and this line passing through C. All these three lines are continuous line, 1, 2, and 3. Now if you think about point A, this line is dotted, one line passing through A, second line passing through A is this is dotted, and the third line passing through A is this should be dotted. But from this point A to 3, see from this point A to 3, this is dotted, and over which we have drawn a continuous line. So from this point to this point, it will be a continuous line. It is a continuous line from this point to this point. Okay, but then after that, A से चालू होने वाला line कहाँ पे खत्म होगा? It will end at 1. It will end at 1. So this remaining portion, you can see this remaining portion, this one. This remaining portion is drawn as dotted. Means in fact, the line which is coming from A to 1, is entirely dotted. But the line coming from C to 3 has hidden this portion. Okay, it is coming on the same line. So preference is given to the continuous line. So this much portion is shown as continuous line, and the remaining portion is shown by dotted line. So here there is a real mess, so you will not be able to see it here. So I think this is clearing the concept here of dotted line. See if you have any doubt, you can ask.
Sir, if sir, you could explain of one pentagon also, sir. Pentagon or hexagon, any one, sir.
See, pentagon, hexagon, I will take one problem, that is not the issue, but you have to understand the concept. Okay, that can be extended to any objects. What I have explained here is the concept that when will you see the line as dotted? When will you see the line as dotted? Okay, now pentagon also will look a rectangle like this. Pentagon will also look as a rectangle like this. Correct? Now, how many points are here? Depending on that, we have to understand whether it is a dotted line or a continuous line. Okay, that I will explain. But here you understand the concept that this line is continuous line here, and this line, see from A to 1 is a dotted line. But then this portion is overshadowed by the continuous line. So this will be a continuous line, and then the remaining portion has to be drawn dotted line. Okay, the question reads a pentagonal prism, side of base 35 and axis length 60 mm. So now this is the question on pentagon. The question on pentagon. The base side is given and the axis length is given. It is kept on the HP on one of its base edge. Now understand the question carefully. It is not a regular question. It is resting on HP on one of its base edge. So from the first look, it is resting on HP on one of its base edge. So maybe it is then inclined to HP. So I have drawn it like this, and then we will incline it to HP such that what we want here on one of its base edge. So here there should be base. So 2 points. So 2 points here. So it should be drawn like this. This is my initial assumption. Okay, this is my initial assumption without reading the entire question. Okay. Then what is it written further? Such that the rectangular face containing that base edge appears as a square in the elevation. A rectangular face containing that base edge. So which is the base edge? This is the base edge. And a rectangular face containing that base edge that appears as a square in the elevation. Elevation means front view. Okay, so in the front view, what should be square? What should be square? A rectangular face. Now, which is rectangular face of a pentagon? This is called as the rectangular face. So this, okay, there will be one more side like this. So this one is called as the rectangular face. This is the rectangular face. This is called as base edge. This is also rectangular face. Okay, this is also rectangular face. So how many rectangular face it has? 5. And how many base edge it has? It has 2 base edges. Top का भी base ही बोलते हैं और bottom का भी base ही बोलते हैं. Now what it is saying? It is saying that the rectangular face, मतलब ये वाला rectangular face, containing that base edge, मतलब इस base edge का ये rectangular face है, this one appears as a square in the elevation. मतलब ये क्या दिखना चाहिए? This should be a square. No, this is not a square. This is a rectangle, and it should appear as a square. It should appear as a square. Okay. So we have to draw it in such a way that this should appear as a square. So is this much clear to you? Whatever I explained to you, is this much clear to you? That initially I will see that okay, this is a pentagon which will be inclined such that this face should be seen as square. This face should be seen as square. Okay, this face. Which face? Which rectangular face? The face which is made by this base edge. This base edge. Okay, that should be seen as square. Okay, so is the question clear to you? The question says that it is a pentagonal prism, so one view will be rectangle, other view will be pentagon, and in second case it says that the base edge, the face which is included in the base should be seen as the square in the front view. So if I initially draw, it will be like this. Now this should be a, I'm sorry, this मतलब इस पॉइंट से जो निकल रहा है, इस पॉइंट से जो निकल रहा है, ये बेस है जहाँ पर है ना, दिस शुड बी अ स्क्वायर. Okay, and it should be seen as square. So how will we leave this rectangle as square? Rectangle को square करने के लिए क्या करेंगे हम? How can you see rectangle as a square? Yes, any idea? This is the rectangle. How, and I want to see this rectangle as a square. Let me give you the dimensions so that it will be easy for you to
Sir,
understand.
from top view, I guess, sir.
Understand my question. I'm seeing this, I'm seeing this as a rectangle now. Okay. Now I want to make this rectangle as a square. So what will be the dimensions of the square? Any guess?
Sir, I think 50 by 50, sir.
Correct. So we cannot increase this 50 to 100. Can we do it? No. But can we decrease this 50? 100 to 50? Yes. So how this will be seen as square? So if this is the front view, we will incline it such that this is 150 and this will be inclined in such a way that this height will become 50. You know, I told you in orthogonal position, if it is an inclined surface, you incline it more, its vertical dimension goes on reducing. Similarly, here I have inclined it. So if I show it to you in side view, it will be like this. Okay, this we are viewing the front view from here. This is actually 50 and this is 100. So vertically, this 50 will remain 50. This is now becoming less than 50 as we are inclining it. Actually it is 100 by 50. So what we have to do? We have to incline it. We have to incline it such that this distance is how much? This distance becomes 50. We have to incline it. Similarly, here also we have to incline this such that this distance will be equal to how much? Now we want to make a square here. Square will be of what size? Of this size. This is 35. So we have to incline it such that this distance will become 35. Okay, this distance will become 35, and then if you view from here, you will see this as a square. You will see this as a square. Because this is base is also already 35, base is already 35. See, this is already 35. Now this vertical distance has to be made 35. Okay, so that this prism will become a square, and then it is to be appeared as square in the front view. So front view में तो ये square नहीं दिख रहा है. So what will you do? You will rotate the top view so that you can make it square in the front view. This is the entire concept. Have you understood it or should I repeat it?
Understood, sir.
Okay.
Understood, sir.
और एक भी स्टूडेंट होगा जिसको समझे नहीं होगा तो आई एम रेडी टू रिपीट. Yes, any student who want me to repeat it?
No, sir.
Okay. So in this question it is not given that whether it is inclined to HP or inclined to VP. Nothing is given. So from this we have to understand that now it has to be drawn in such a way that this angle is how much? I don't know angle, but I know this distance. I know this distance, and then we can find this angle. ये angle जितना भी है that can be found out. So it means that basically it is inclined to HP. Inclined to HP. So what we will do? We will first draw it perpendicular to HP like this. With this as what? This as the edge. This as the edge. And then we'll incline it such a way that this will become like this. And then this square is seen in which view? It is seen in side view. We want it to see in the front view from here. So we will just incline this top view. We will incline this top view such that front view will show us the square. Front view will show us the square like this. So these are the three stages of the problem. So basically it is inclined to HP, and the top view is then inclined to VP. Okay, now we will understand how to draw it step by step. So if this is clear, then drawing is not at all an issue for you. Understand this. जब तक ये नहीं समझेगा, एंड अंडरस्टैंड दैट एग्जाम में जरूरी नहीं है इंक्लाइन वाला क्वेश्चन आएगा, जैसे अभी आया था इंक्लाइन टू वीपी दे दिया था. नो, ये ऐसे भी क्वेश्चन आ सकता है जहाँ पे यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट ये इंक्लाइन, ये स्क्वायर कब होगा? ये स्क्वायर तभी होगा जब उसको इंक्लाइन करना पड़ेगा. Okay, when you incline, the dimension reduces, then only it can be made as a square. Okay, so first what will we do? We will draw it like this. In the second stage, we will draw it like this, inclined such that this distance remains 35 here, and then in the third view, we will just rotate the top view. So let us draw it on the in actual now. So first, what will we do? We will draw XY line. We will draw XY line like this. And here we will draw pentagon in such a way that this this will be drawn like this. So in order to draw pentagon, I'm not I'm not changing the color of the pen and the thickness now because there is lag in the network. It is taking more time. You have already understood it. So, and anyway, I'm going to show you the solution. So we'll draw pentagon like this. Once you draw the pentagon, you have to name it anyway A, B, C, D, E. So this will be E dash, A dash, D dash, B dash, C dash, and here we'll have A, and here I will give 2, here I will give 4, here I will give 5. So here will be 5 dash, 1 dash, 4 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash. Next, how much is this distance? This distance is how much is given? 60. 60. Now what will I do? I will draw a line from here at what distance? 35. 35. So a line like this, just for the reference. And then this has to be fitted in such a way that this so which is this point now? This point is 2 dash, 3 dash. Here we have 5 dash. Here we have E dash. This point is which point? B1 dash and C1 dash. Should be 1. And here at appropriate distance we will mark this line. This will be what is this? A1 dash and D1 dash. And here we'll have 1 dash and 4 dash. Next, you know that this point will be what? This will be E1. This will be D1 will be where? D1 will be here. Then C1 will be here. B and B intersects, so B1 will be here, and A intersects here, so A1 will be here. Similarly, when I am drawing this, 1 we should get here, so 1 is getting here, 1. Then 2 is coming on this line, 2 is coming on this line, so 2 here, 3 is coming on this line, and 3 is coming on this line here. 4 is coming on this line, 4 is here, and 5 is coming on this line, and 5 is coming from here. So 5, 1. Now I know that this has to be a thick line, then this has to be a thick line. And if you see from here, you can see the entire pentagon. So 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 1. Just now I have explained you, you can see this entire pentagon. Now this B1 C1 cannot be seen from the top view. B1 C1 cannot be seen, B1 dash C1 dash cannot be seen from the top view. So this line will be a dotted line. And this will also be a dotted line, and this will also be a dotted line. And this will also be a dotted line, and this will also be a dotted line. Let me explain this to you. Let me explain this to you, why, how many dotted lines. And then this is continuous line, this is continuous line outside edge. Now I told you that from every point there are 3 edges. So this point B1 not visible. So all the 3 edges coming from this B1, this one, this one, and this one. All 3 edges coming from this point B1 will be dotted. C1 is not visible. C1 is not visible. So this is one edge. This is second edge. This is the third edge. So this is common. This one is common. Coming from C1 is dotted. Now what about E to 5? E to 5. See, you can see this E to 5. It is clearly visible here from outside. So this will be continuous line. and we have completed the second stage, first stage, second stage. Any doubt till here? Anything about dotted line, Ayush? This
Sir,
is the
एक बार वो
pentagon
dotted
also.
line. Sir, could you explain that dotted line again, sir, please once?
Yes. So when you view this object from the top, and you will draw top view. So this point B and C, B1 and C1, this both the points are not visible. How many points are there? 2 points. Which are these points? B and C. Both are not visible. How you can understand? Because you can see this is a line which is not allowing us to see that bottom portion. So all the I told you that from every point there are 3 edges. Every corner point there are 3 edges. So from B also there are 3 edges. So this point is B. So which are the 3 edges? This is one edge number 1, then edge number 2 and edge number 3. All these 3 edges coming from point B will be dotted. Similarly, think about point C, it is also dotted. All the 3 edges coming from point C will be dotted. So 1, then 2, and third one is this one. So all red color are dotted lines. All these red color lines are dotted lines. Okay, this is continuous because outside periphery, this is continuous outside periphery, this is continuous outside periphery, this is continuous outside periphery, this one is continuous, this one is continuous, this one is continuous. Now, E1 5, E1 5 1, this line, this one, you can see it from the top view, it is clearly visible. So this will be a continuous line. Now think about this and this, these two lines, that is 5 1 and 5 4. So 5 1 and 5 4, this entire pentagon, this entire surface is visible from the top. ये point भी दिखता है, ये भी point दिख रहा है, ये भी point दिख रहा है, ऐसे slant surface पे, you can see it like this. So if I try to draw the side view, the view, it will be something like this. And then, so you can see this is 0.5, this is point 1, this is 4, this is 2 here and 3 here, 2 and 3 here, like this. So you see all these edges will be continuous. So I hope this view is clear to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, what is the third stage? In third stage, they have asked us to show this as a square. So which one should be a square? See, BC. So B is here, and C is somewhere here, and then it is like this, correct? And then here we have A is here, D is here, and then it is E. Pentagon is like this. If I make this 2D as 3D, then pentagon is something like this. So this has to be seen as square. So what is that? That should be seen as square. B, C, 2, 3. B, C, 2, 3. BC is the base edge, and BC 2, 3 forms what? BC 2, 3 forms the rectangular face. So that should be seen. So where is that BC 2, 3? See here. This is BC 2, 3. BC 2, 3. This one. So it has to be rotated in such a way that we can see this from the front view. No, that should be seen where? It should be seen here in the front view, because it is given in the elevation. Now, in order to see it from the front view, we will view it from here, and we will draw front view. So when you view it from here we should see what? This should be B, this should be C, and this should be 2, and this should be 3, and remaining we should follow. This should be seen as the front view, because this is already 35 and this we have made 35. So in order to do that, no, we cannot rotate this. Front view is already rotated. So what we have to rotate? We will have to now rotate the top view. We'll have to rotate the top view such that this BC23 comes at the front. Okay, it comes at the front. So I am now showing you the final solution which is in the book. I am copying it from there and showing it to you. Okay, so the object that you will see will be like this. So this will become a square. In the front view, it should be a square. Okay, and if I show the entire solution to you, the entire solution should look like this. Okay, can you see the entire solution now, all of you?
Yes, sir.
So see, this point B, this and this, three lines will be dotted. Point A, this and this, three lines will be dotted. This is what we have drawn. And then in order to make this B to 1A, where is it? B to 1A. This should be seen as square in the front view. In the front view, this it should be square as in the front view. So for that, what have we done? We have just rotated it. We have just rotated it. And how we have rotated it? See how we have rotated it? Can anyone tell me how we have rotated it? At by what angle, what degree? See, you can see this is number one. First we have drawn this. Then we have drawn this. First we have drawn this one. Number two, you can see the arrows. Okay, number one, number two. Then third we have drawn this. Or first actually we have drawn this. First we have drawn this pentagon, and then from this we have drawn this. And after drawing this, third is what we have drawn this, and fourth is what we have drawn this. Okay, because we cannot draw 4 before drawing 3. 3 only will guide us to draw 4. Now after making it like this, we have drawn it. Which one? In the stage 3, we want this as square. You can see this is the square. This is the square in the front view. How will you say it is front view? Okay, you know how it is a front view because it is in the above the xy line, first angle method of position. So can anyone tell me how it is rotated so that this view will be a square? You can see the rectangular face AB21. I was talking about this AB21. Okay, so that should be appeared as square. Study this, all of you study this. Yes, I am not getting any answer. Are you clear
Sir,
with this?
you asked us. Yes, sir. Understood, sir. But
Okay.
you are asking what angle it's inclined, right, sir?
Yeah, I'm not saying inclined, but what is the angle? See, this is horizontal now. This is horizontal, and you can see it is made vertical, almost vertical. We don't know whether it is right angle or not, but then it is rotated, or this is rotated. So either this is moved or this is moved such that 1, 2, B and A. This should be a square. This should be a square. So what exactly is done to make this as a seen as a square? See, it is seen as square in the side view, but we want it in the front view. So क्या किया क्या exactly? ये 1 2 3 4 तो okay, 1 2 3 4 is understood to all of you. बट ये 5 और 6 में पहले कौन सा ड्रॉ किया और कैसे पोजीशन किया इसको कि इसमें स्क्वायर दिखेगा? That is what I am asking.
सर आई थिंक 90 डिग्री से प्रोजेक्ट किया ना सर.
Okay, okay. किसको किया पहले? फ्रंट व्यू को चेंज किया कि टॉप व्यू को चेंज किया?
सर फ्रंट व्यू को चेंज किया ना तो जाके चेंज हुआ सर.
ओके, फ्रंट व्यू को चेंज किया तो जाके ये चेंज हुआ. ठीक है, एनी अदर आंसर? Or so you mean that first we will draw this number 5 and then we will draw this as number 6. or should we draw this as number 5 and then we'll draw this as number 6? Don't go on these lines. Okay, ये arrows तो projection के लिए है, ये arrow indicate करते हैं कि यहाँ से projection गया है.
सर आई थिंक पहले वो जो स्टेज 2 में जो टॉप व्यू था सर, पहले उससे हम लोग उसको रोटेट करेंगे ना 90 डिग्री, तो सर देन वील गेट दैट टॉप व्यू थर्ड स्टेज वाला, फिर उससे हम लोग बना सकते हैं ना सर.
Any other answer? Any other student wants to comment on this? See, why I'm asking you? Why I'm asking you? Because you should think on this. So you need to put a thought on it. सोचना पड़ेगा, दिमाग में कुछ ना कुछ आना चाहिए. इमेजिन करो, 3D व्यू इमेजिन होना चाहिए. You have to imagine this 3-dimensionally. देखो यहाँ पे I have shown it to you 3-dimensionally. You can see this one. ये ऐसे दिखेगा, देखो फ्रंट व्यू में ऐसे दिखेगा, सेम ऐसे ही किया ना यहाँ पर. दिस इज 3-dimensional. So it is showing front view and simultaneously you can see the top view. See, this is also written here, top view observer. So looking at this, top view will be drawn. Looking at this, front view will be drawn. Okay, let me tell you one thing, that whenever it is inclined to HP, first it is inclined to HP. So first we'll always draw this and then this will be number 4, 3 and 4. Then in this case, always this will be number 5 and this will be number 6. यहाँ से ये मिलेगा, उल्टा नहीं होगा कभी. Considering that it is inclined to HP, initial position. So in order to see this as square, see how is the edge? Edge is like this. ये कहाँ से edge? यहाँ पर है, like this edge. इस edge को हमको rotate करना पड़ेगा so that ये A और B कहाँ पर है? It is lying on the horizontal plane, but it has to be rotated such that this AB becomes parallel to VP. See, this AB becomes parallel to VP. When it becomes parallel to VP, then only you can see the edge AB like this. ये एज ए बी हमको यहाँ पे देखना चाहिए ऐसा, तभी तो स्क्वायर दिखेगा ना. ये थोड़ा भी अगर इधर नहीं रहेगा मतलब स्क्वायर नहीं दिखेगा. सो दिस एज ए बी शुड बी completely seen because this is 35. See, this is 35 and which is another side 35. ये 35 है, vertical 35 है. This is 35. We want this as 35. We want this as 35. So because this is pentagon का base edge 35, you can see here this is 35. So in order to see this as 35, this edge AB should be horizontal, or in the sense it should be parallel to VP. So you can see here this base edge AB is parallel to VP. This AB is rotated such that it is parallel to VP. So it is rotated by 90 degree. 90 degree what I said is correct, but how? So instead of saying 90 degree, I am putting it in this word that edge AB is parallel to VP. See, parallel to VP मतलब कौन सा व्यू? टॉप व्यू. VP मतलब टॉप व्यू. टॉप व्यू में कैसे दिखना चाहिए? पैरेलल. सो दिस इज मेड पैरेलल. अभी देखो ये पूरा एज ये 35 हो गया. ये तो 35 था पहले से. See, if this is parallel to VP, then this will be 35. Here to here will be 35. No, since this is 35, this will be 35, and this is already 35, which we have made here. So this is 35, this has to be made 35. So in order to make this 35, we have to make it such that it will be parallel to VP in the top view, and then we will construct the front view. If you have any doubt, you can ask me.
No sir, understood sir, clear.
Okay students, so really if you want to learn these things, I told you that day also, make models like this. कार्डबोर्ड का मॉडल्स बनाओ ऐसे और incline it to various positions. ओके, अलग अलग पोजीशन में बनाओ. ये ऐसे क्वेश्चंस एग्जाम में आते हैं, स्क्वायर बन गया, ये रोम्बस बन गया, ये पेंटागन बन गया, समथिंग लाइक दिस. ओके, सो दैट सो आई कैन नॉट टेक ऑल द क्वेश्चंस. एग्जाम में तो बहुत क्वेश्चंस में से ऑप्शंस आ सकते हैं. देयर आर सो मेनी क्वेश्चंस. सो आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग द कंसेप्ट हियर. ये पूरे समय मैंने पूरा कंसेप्ट एक्सप्लेन किया कि कैसे समझना है हमको. ओके, एंड देन द डॉटेड लाइंस यू कैन, ये पूरा का पूरा ऐसे डॉटेड रहेगा, इसमें कुछ चेंज नहीं होगा. एंड सी हियर this 3D view is helping you to understand the dotted lines. I want all of you to draw this in your sketchbook and all of you will post it to me in the WhatsApp. पर्सनल व्हाट्सएप पे डालो मुझे सब लोग. ओके, ऑल ऑफ यू विल पोस्ट दिस टू मी इन व्हाट्सएप. ड्रॉ इट टुडे एंड बाय टुडे इवनिंग ये मेरे को मुझे आना चाहिए. स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो अभी सब लोग, स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो एंड डोंट जस्ट कॉपी इट फ्रॉम द स्क्रीन. अंडरस्टैंड इट. If you have any doubt, you draw it and put the doubt in the WhatsApp. So I want all 42 students to send this to me in the WhatsApp. पर्सनल WhatsApp पे डालो, मुझे ग्रुप में नहीं डालना है. Okay, students. Another